Honestly, I am floored. Hello everyone and welcome back to another reading vlog. Today we're doing another how many books I read in a week, or how many pages I read as a fast reader, because I do read fast. We're just gonna jump straight in and start this vlog and see how much I read. Hi! I had to take off my glasses because the glare was just so intense. Cooper's a bit excited and wants to say hi. Also, how cute is my top? It's embroidered. It says, well, it's a jumper, but it says paperback reader, which is ironic because in this video I'm exclusively reading on my Kindle. But I got this from Literature Stitches. I'm obsessed with like book merch, bookish merch at the moment, so that's all I'm buying. I wanted to preface this by saying I didn't realize that I was a fast reader until I joined booktok. I make videos on there. Come and follow me on booktok. It's a great time. But my comments are always people being like, how the hell do you read so much? A lot of people ask if I don't have a job. I do have a job. I just don't have a social life. So that's where they get confused. But in all seriousness, I googled speed reading tests and I just took the first one I found, and you take like 5 tests. It gives you like paragraphs to read and then they ask you questions after. So it times like your average reading speed but also your comprehension. So I took 5 tests with 100% comprehension on them, and then it gave me like an average reading speed, and that was 569 words per minute, which is, well, they highlighted, said it was a speed reader, but I would say I'm a fast reader. And honestly, I just think it's just genetic. I just read quickly. I always have. So when I say as a fast reader and reading a lot as a fast reader, this is what I mean. I read books very quickly, but I also have full comprehension of it. I could pick up any book behind me and talk about it in detail and depth. I'm not one of those people who reads books and then forgets everything about it after. That's how I'm a fast reader. My average reading speed is like around 100 pages for a paperback and 150 for a Kindle in an hour. So we are going to just start reading. Mondays to Fridays, I only read typically after work. Sometimes I'll read during my lunch break, but usually I'll start reading after 5 p.m. and then I'll read until I sleep. And then on weekends, if I have a free day, I'll usually get like a good chunk of like uninterrupted reading time throughout the whole day. So we are going to be reading the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac to start with, and let's get into it. I fear we are starting this vlog off dangerously because I finished the Zodiac Academy. If you saw my last vlog, basically I did a 24-hour reading challenge and I've read through a lot of books, but the last book that I was finishing in that challenge was the Zodiac Academy book 9, which is the last book in the series. There's like 12 plus books including novellas, but like 9 novels. I've read everything except for one of the novellas because it was just bonus content, it didn't add to the plot, and I was like needing a change. I might go back and read it, but after I finished book 9, I cried. I cried my eyes out, guys. I cannot explain. Well, actually I can. I'm going to explain. The feelings that I got from the Zodiac Academy and the world and the characters was the exact same feeling that I got from reading ACOTAR and Throne of Glass. The books are nothing alike. These are very adult, mature fantasy books, but set with characters who are like, everyone's like 20 years old. There's no like 400+ year old fays in this, but it is fae. It's set in a fae world with magical elemental powers, but in a university or academy type of setting. Feel like Zodiac Academy, especially book 9, but also the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac, is what I wanted Crescent City to be. I really enjoyed Crescent City and I love Sarah J Maas's writing, but I've started the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac. I think I might like it more. What is happening? So I finished Zodiac Academy book 9 on Sunday. Monday I picked up Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac #1 Dark Fae. I got to like 50-60% through that book. I stayed up till 2 a.m. reading. I could not put it down. My eyes were getting heavy. I was falling asleep. I could not put the book down. Tell me why I woke up 2 hours early before starting work so that I could read this book. What is happening? I can't. I'm actually so shocked. But I read that and I finished it. I don't think I've ever read a 500-page book so fast. Anyways, I started Savage Fae, which is book 2. It's 554 pages on Kindle. And during my lunch break, I read 132 pages. 132 pages. I need to calculate how many pages that is today. But I think I'm going to finish this book today. I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep until I finish it. There's only 5 in the series. What am I going to do? I'm actually stressed. I cannot focus. I am struggling to think of anything other than the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac right now. I can't. And tomorrow I have a concert that I really want to go to, but now I just want to stay home and read. I need to go do some more work, and then when my work day is done, we're going to catch up and we're going to sit and read Savage Fae. But I am just blowing through this. There's just something about this world and the way the authors, the Twisted Sisters, write these books. I don't know. It's guilty pleasure. It's definitely not literary fiction, but it's just so good. You know what I mean? Anyways. So I finished book 2. I read it all of last night and stayed up until like midnight reading it. I loved it so much. I think between the 2 books that I read, it's around like 700 pages that I finished. So I read 158 pages of Dark Fae yesterday, and then I read 544 of Savage Fae, which was the whole of book 2. So I finished book 1 and started and finished book 2, which is 702 pages for Tuesday. Today I don't actually know if I'm going to be able to read much, if anything, because I am going to a concert tonight and won't be home until late, so I don't think I'm going to have enough time to read more than like 100 or so pages, but we'll see if we manage anything today. I have honestly just looked like a rat in this video. I am not well this week, so please ignore my lack of effort with my appearance right now. This is just full-on reading attire, but I just finished this and I don't have anyone to talk to about it because I don't know anyone else who's read this. But what the fuck was this ending? Honestly, I am floored, absolutely floored. I don't even think I was this shocked with any of the endings in the Zodiac Academy. Like, this book 3 in the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac has completely just gobsmacked. No thoughts inside my head. It's just a constant stream of screaming. I need to know what happened after this cliffhanger and plot twist. So we are immediately starting book 4. That was 634 pages, so how many, I need a calculator to do maths, guys. So that was 323 pages that I read after work, and now I need to go and read more because I need to know what's happening. I honestly don't know what to do. That is just, wow. I also don't know why these are the book covers. I prefer the other version of the covers. Okay, I need to go and read. I really just need to read. So it is Friday evening now, and yesterday obviously, as you saw, I finished book 3, Vicious Fae, and then I started Broken Fae, and I got 239 pages in. So that was 562 pages that I read on Thursday, which is more than I was expecting. I just cannot stop binging these books right now, so I'm just like blowing through them. And I know it will slow down once I finish, but there's just, I have so many questions and like so many things are popping up, plot twists, that like I'm just reading through them because I'm like, I need answers for these immediately. And I kind of love when that happens, when I just get like so enthralled and like throw myself into like a book world and a series like this. But also at the same time I kind of hate it because it just flies by. I want to buy paperback versions of the full Zodiac Academy and the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac, which is going to be so expensive because they're like £20 a book. So maybe I'll save for that one day and then I can reread them at a slower pace and enjoy it a bit more. But right now I'm just loving reading them. So I'm gonna finish Broken Fae and then I'm gonna start Warrior Fae tonight. Like I will, and I'll finish Warrior Fae tomorrow because I'm going away. I'm back in London on Sunday. So Sunday and Monday I probably won't do as much reading because I'll be like traveling and out. So we'll see how much I'll get done, but I'm planning on being finished with the Ruthless Boys of Zodiac before Sunday. So, and this morning when I woke up I did get to read a little bit because I woke up like an hour before my alarm. So I'm going to continue on and finish Broken Fae. I can't even say anything about it because I don't want to give spoilers away, so I can't really talk about like what is happening, and it's just like frustrating. But yeah, we're just gonna read. So as you saw last night, I finished book 4 and started book 5. So I read 457 pages of Broken Fae and then I read 231 pages of Warrior Fae. So today I'm going to be finishing Warrior Fae and then picking something else up because I'm ready to start something new. The last book was probably like my least favourite out of all of them in the series I've read so far, but that was just because the one before that was like so dramatic and ended on a cliffhanger, and this one was just a bit repetitive and then started to get a bit cringy. So close to finishing Warrior Fae today, so I'm going to finish that and then I would have read all of the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac, all 5 of them in 6 days. So that's the plan of action. I'm just going to keep reading and getting into it because there's my answers in this book. I know I'm going to get my answers, so I'm very excited for that. So let's go and read. I'm 68% of the way through. This is a long book. What I thought was going to happen has happened in the plot, so I'm like, yep, I saw this coming. I knew it was going to happen, and I rarely pick up on those kind of things just because I'm just like so invested in the story and just reading. I don't like to theorize too much in case I'm wrong or disappointed if my own creative ideas are better than the reality. Yeah, the evil villain, I knew who it was. I was right about that. But we're 68% of the way to go and there's still so much more to happen, so I don't know what's going to happen now. So we're just going to continue reading the book basically and getting through this. Hello everyone, I didn't chat yesterday because it was actually a travel day for me, so it was kind of hard to pick up my camera when I was on the move. But yesterday I did a fair bit of reading. I obviously didn't read as much as I would typically read on a Sunday because I was traveling, but I read 450 pages of Caged Wolf, the Darkmore Penitentiary book 1. I finished that, and then I started Alpha Wolf and I got 126 pages in last night before bed. So that was 576 pages total on Sunday. It is now Monday. Today's going to be the last day of the reading vlog, but I am away right now, so I think I'll only be able to read like a little bit in bed later tonight if I get to read at all, because when I'm not home I don't read that much. We'll see how much I end up reading today, but I don't think it'll be too much. Also, I loved Darkmore Penitentiary book 1. I haven't figured out what I'm going to rate it yet. I'm still like mulling it over, but I really loved that. So I'm excited to read book 2. So I'm back home now. Yesterday on Monday I only read 55 pages, which is like the lowest amount I've read in a very long time. I only did half an hour of reading, I think it was, before bed, because I was just so knackered from traveling and all of that, but I did manage to make a little dent into Alpha Wolf, which means that the total for this week was 3,508 pages, and that was 6.5 books. One thing about the Twisted Sisters books, like Zodiac Academy, Ruthless Boys, Zodiac, Darkmore, Penitentiary, they're all long, like very long books, 500 to 700 pages on average. So they do usually take me like a couple days to read each, compared to like a typical contemporary fiction paperback, which is like 300 pages. So yeah, I would say that's pretty standard in terms of like pages, and I think this was one of like the quieter weeks that I've had. Usually if I'm at home I have like full weekends of reading, like how I did with my last video, my 24-hour reading challenge. So this was a little bit of a different vlog, and I was also just reading like everything from one author. The next reading vlog I'm probably going to be like changing it up, because I'm finishing Darkmore Penitentiary today, so once that's done I'm gonna need like some new books to read. So I don't know what the next reading vlog is going to be, but I'm excited to keep reading. But if you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe and let me know in the comments if you've read these books or if you want to read them. And again, you can always follow me on BookTok for some more book reading content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.